What do you think?
It's a bad thing. Elon Musk is such a jerk.
It's a bad thing. What are they saying here?
Well, they're saying we want free speech.
And we are disagreeing with that, would you say?
You know, when we talk about this, my head starts spinning.
What's going on, everyone? James Klug here. Is the possibility of Elon Musk buying Twitter a good thing or a bad thing? Today we're in Laguna Beach, California to find out. And before we get started, make sure to head on over to James Klug Espanol, our new channel that has very clear Spanish subtitles on all of my videos. Hit subscribe to support that channel. Nico, we ready to go?
Let's go.
Let's go talk to some people. Is the possibility of Elon Musk buying Twitter, is that a good thing or a bad thing? What do you think?
I think it's a pretty good thing, man.
I'm not a fan of Elon Musk, so I think it's a bad thing.
I like Twitter. I love Twitter,
Yeah.
but I don't know how if he would make it better or worse. I honestly don't know.
What do you think?
It's a bad thing. Elon Musk is such a jerk.
It's a bad thing.
Well, he's kind of playing both sides of the fence politically, so I think that I don't really care if he owns Twitter or not.
Right. What do you think?
A great thing.
Okay, so we got a not sure, we got a bad thing. Why is it a bad thing?
Well, I think he's owns too much stuff, too much control with one person I don't think it's a good thing for the whole economy.
Why do you think it's a bad thing?
Because he would just screw it up.
Screw it up.
Yep.
I feel like he kind of hides his beliefs and
So you just don't trust Elon,
Yeah.
is what you would say.
exactly. I think I'm a little bit skeptical of him.
You know, out of all the CEOs, I guess, that I've seen,
For sure.
that's a cool dude, man.
Why do you think it's a great thing?
Free speech.
Do you think censorship is a problem on social media or Twitter?
Absolutely, especially with the liberals.
Obviously, he's doing it because he believes censorship is a problem on the platform.
Right, which
Um,
is not.
You don't think so?
No.
Censorship is happening on the platform, or maybe if you disagree with that, but that was why he was interested in it, to kind of restore free speech on the platform. Do you disagree with that?
Well, I'm a little worried about that whole concept, because then you get a couple of loonies in there that are, I don't know. I believe in freedom of speech,
Yeah.
but it makes me nervous that he wants to open it up to the Marjorie Taylor Greens of the world.
Do you think she should not be allowed on the platform?
No, she needs to go away.
What about Donald Trump? Or
Same.
you know, they have Cuba's dictator on the platform. They also have Iran's supreme leader, but they don't have those two people. Do you think? I mean, does that make sense?
No, it doesn't make sense at all.
So people are seeing an inconsistency of who's getting banned and who's not. Donald
that's
Trump, for
true.
example, is not on the platform anymore, but we have
sure.
dictators on it.
True, that's true.
Do you guys think there's an inconsistency there when it comes to who's banned and who's not?
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
definitely.
Yeah.
And they have a couple other things that they've done, like suspending Babylon Bee. Is that an issue at all when it comes to inconsistencies of who they're getting rid of? I mean, the Taliban spokesperson's on there.
Yeah, no, because they're not subject to the First Amendment. And if Elon Musk is concerned about free speech, then he shouldn't think so either.
I don't have Twitter, I used to,
Right.
but I know that censorship is a huge thing.
Right. So the reason why he wants to purchase it is to put an end to that. Do you just
Yeah, I mean,
do you not believe that, or
I
what do
believe
you
in
think?
free speech, so I believe in the right to say whatever you think and
You're
your own
skeptical.
beliefs. Yeah, I mean personally I don't really care what he does, so it doesn't affect me one way or another.
I'm down for no censorship, man.
Yeah.
I think the censorship makes things worse. I think it builds up the problem over time, and human beings are meant to say what they want. A lot of social media's,
Taking it to a new
taking
level.
it too far, man. Taking it too far.
Let's say if he brings back on Donald Trump, do you think that would be a good thing or a bad thing? What do you think? Because Donald Trump was banned.
If he brings him on,
Our previous president was banned off of
Right.
Twitter.
I say let him in, man.
Do you think some level of censorship is necessary when it comes to that? Because you did say that you agree with Trump and Marjorie Taylor Greene being off the platform.
Yeah, see, that's where you hit the slippery slope. Where does it begin? Where does it end?
And who's calling the shots on who's allowed to do
Exactly.
that?
And is that Elon Musk? Is he going to do it? I mean, he's on the spectrum. He's a brilliant man, but why is he getting involved in this?
Well, a lot of people think it's a problem on the platform. That's what he's made very clear, that he's getting involved because he doesn't like their stance on free speech. Hey, if you have bad ideas, let your bad ideas out there and let good ideas defeat them, would be more of where he's coming from. You mentioned, you don't like people owning too much of one thing. Obviously, there's a lot of billionaires that are involved in Google. that are involved in, I mean, what Bezos owns Washington Post, right? There's a lot of billionaires that have their hands in a lot of things, including Twitter right now. But I think a lot of people agree with you there when it comes to not having billionaires just taking over even more. However, if he does make moves to basically make it a more fair platform across the board, would you be pleased with that? What do you think?
Yes, that would be.
You're just
I'm
cautious.
wary of him.
A lot of folks on the right, Republicans, they're cheering this on. They definitely want Elon Musk to buy the platform. Now, Elon Musk isn't necessarily some right-wing hero, but why do you think Republicans are cheering him on to buy the platform? What do you think?
Hard for me to talk about them because they just seem bent on things that this whole "don't say gay" and I mean a whole raft of things they're coming up with.
Don't say gay. You're talking about?
Yeah, don't say gay and the whole Florida school issue.
Well, that ended up not being real though. The bill didn't say that.
Well, no, it didn't. But
That's fake news. See?
yeah.
Now you're making the argument of free speech, which seems to be pretty reasonable. Why do you think so many Democrats are speaking out against this? What do you think?
Man, I think a lot of people are very sensitive right now. I think it's time for us to all grow up. Democrat, Republican, freaking black, white, Mexican. Man, come on, man. People are gonna always be saying something racist. People are always gonna be saying some stuff. Be above it.
Let those ideas fail.
Let the ideas fail. Be above it. Laugh at it.
Yeah. They don't like the aspect of him going on there and controlling the platform when it comes to implementing basically more free speech.
The Democrats
Why?
hate free speech. They hate free speech. They hate America as far as I'm concerned.
Elon Musk, he made a very good offer to buy Twitter, a great offer.
Yeah.
Why do you think the right is cheering that on? What are they saying here?
Well, they're saying we want free speech and we want to open Twitter up and make it for everybody and not just who Twitter thinks is appropriate.
And we are disagreeing with that, would you say?
When we talk about this, my head starts spinning.
They want control, and he won't let them control him, just like Donald Trump wouldn't let them control him. They're trying to take over America, and they would love us to be a socialist, communist country.
Let's say Elon Musk repairs a lot of issues when it comes to censorship on the platform, but brings back on Donald Trump. Would that be a plus or a negative?
That would be a big negative because it just.
Is that problematic that a previous president is censored like that? Whether you agree with him or disagree?
I think he.
I mean, is that dangerous?
He
The big
did
tech
it
has
for
that
himself.
power?
He did it to himself, though. I mean, come on. There was absolutely no decency anymore.
Do you agree with him?
I do. I think he just spread too many lies and.
It kind of begs the question, not a good person, lies.
Right.
Censor or allow to be defeated with better arguments?
Well,
What do we think? What's the answer there?
there's not an answer there.
Politically, do you align a little bit more left or a little bit more right? Where would you be?
It would be a little bit more Democrat. It'd be a little bit more Democrat, but they've all got their problems, man.
Where are you aligning?
A little bit left. Yeah.
What about you?
Definitely a little bit left.
I would.
Not too far.
Left.
More left?
Yeah.
Definitely right.
I wouldn't say I'm 100% right, but I do not believe they should take away our speech or our freedom, which is what the Democratic Party is doing.
You guys think Trump was a greater threat than them? The other individuals that are still on the platform?
I think for our country, Trump is the greatest threat that exists for our country. Still. Yeah.